Chapter 4. Bruised and broken, I lie on the floor of the arena. Despite the black spots in my vision, I see two aliens pumping their fists in victory. My gaze travels to the form on the ground in a puddle of blood. Wesley. I try to crawl to him, but I can't. My arms won't work. Nothing will cooperate, except my tear ducts. Those work like crazy. I reach out with my voice. Wesley! Wesley! Riley? My body jerks. Find myself tangled in bedsheets. The dream fades away. Wesley is standing next to my bedside, looking as concerned as I feel. Are you okay? He asks. I groan, covering my face with clammy hands. Yeah. Bad dream? Yeah. Do you want to talk about it? No. He stands there for a moment, wondering what he can do, how he can help. Go back to sleep, I'm okay, I tell him, even though I'm not. Okay. He ruffles my hair and then goes back to bed. Good night. I blow out a breath, attempting to get my heart rate back to a normal speed. Night. Flipping over my sweat-soaked pillow, I try to get comfy again. Rest the back of my hand on my forehead, stare at the ceiling. But I just lie there. Today, Merck announced that the leader wants me and Wesley to have our first fight next week. That's sooner than I would have hoped, but at least we'll be together. I can't imagine watching one of the monitors helplessly while he dukes it out with some stranger who has way more experience. I also can't imagine me alone in the arena fighting someone. I mean, I can imagine it, I just don't want to. Merck shakes Wesley's offered hand as we walk up to the mat, and my brother winces the way I had. Sit with me for a minute, Merck says. I want to ask you some questions. We sit. Have you two ever fought together before? Well, kind of, I answer. We fought bullies at our school when we were younger. But that was a long time ago, Wesley puts in, and it was only a couple of times. That's fine. Now, tell me, what will you see when you walk into that arena next week? Who will you be fighting? I feel like I'm in middle school again, nervous that it's an obvious answer, but I'm about to say something ridiculous because I overthought it. An alien? A stranger? Wesley offers. Merck shakes his head. When you enter that arena, you will be facing an enemy. Your job is to take him down as swiftly and efficiently as you can. My eyes widen. I don't like where this is going. I know this sounds strange, but if you're going to survive here, you must alter your thinking. This is not a game. This is your life now. I glance at Wesley, whose face is as red as mine. Nerves threaten to send us walking out for some air, but we sit together, nod to appease him. All right. Merck rises, and we follow. Now, on to the lesson. Wesley's trainer, Pike, steps onto the mat as well. Merck gestures to him. Pike here is going to help us out today. He and I will fight you two. My heart begins to pound. This is necessary, he continues. This is what you will be going through next week in the arena. 2 against 2. I shake the tension out of my arms. Merck poses, and a change seems to wash over him, sink deep into his purple eyes, like he's a hunter and I'm a deer. He's going to hunt me down and kill me. But instead of shooting me with a rifle, he's going to break all 206 bones in my body. I raise my hands in the fighting position, squeeze them into fists when I realize they're trembling. Pike zones in on Wesley, and Merck comes toward me, throwing light and quick punches. I start blocking, backing away, but his fist eventually makes contact, and I groan, hand to my eye. Come on, Price, fight! Face flaming, I start swinging. I can tell he lets me hit him a couple of times, but it does nothing. I think it hurts me more than it hurts him. Merck reads me so well. He's so fast. He honestly looks bored, avoiding my attacks so casually. He throws me down, tosses me to the side like I'm a child. Is this how it's going to be next week? Wesley's doing about the same as me, attempting to fight back, but feeling awkward and nervous. Pain and fear lace our expressions every time we endure a blow from our trainer. I wince every time Wesley gets hit. I want to help, but I can't even get Merck off balance, much less make him go down. Merck must notice my line of sight. Focus, Price. Eyes jerking back to him, I kick him in the chest. Harder! He shouts. I attempted, push-kicking him. He eventually counterattacks, with a blow that takes my breath away. Practicing feels way too real, and way too painful. But if we're going to survive here, I have to overcome my fears. I've got to get used to this, and give everything I have. not only for my sake and safety, but for Wesley's. Resolve filling me, pumping me up, I rush and attack. Merc maneuvers and flips me over. I'm suddenly on the mat, staring up at the ceiling. Pike stands off to the side, relaxed and unfazed. Merc glances at Wesley, who's on all fours, grimacing. You cannot become distracted by what is happening to each other. Defeat your enemy first, and then go help your brother. He pins me down, one fist clutching my shirt, the other raised and willing to punch. What are you thinking right now? All right, you win, I groan. Absolutely not! He squeezes my shirt. You must be in control at all times. Control your fear, your mind, your pain. Fight through it! Speechless, I stare at him. How in the world are Wes and I ever going to adapt? If you give up, you will give up your life. Merc stretches out a hand. Sighing, I take it. A shrill whistle blows, reminding me of Coach Grogan from high school gym class. But this guy makes the sound with his mouth. Everyone, to the mat! We all shuffle along to the edge of the largest blue mat in the training room. The coach with antenna on his head swipes the screen on his super fancy high-tech tablet. Shazar Quep, to the mat! A pink blob of a man lumbers up onto the mat, grumpy and irritable. Wesley Price, to the mat! My eyes widen, my eyebrows furrow. That can't be right. Can it? Swallowing, my brother slowly walks up. The crowd's so thick, I can't make my way over to Coach to see if there's been a mistake. Besides, if I do that, I'd probably embarrass Wesley. I have to think of him and how these aliens view him. His eyes find me in the group. I mouth the word, breathe, and I see him take a deep, calming breath. I do the same. Breathe, he'll be fine. Fight! Mr. Alien Grogan shouts. They start circling each other. Shazar doesn't waste any time with the taunts and mind games. I see fear in your eyes, human! Wesley doesn't respond, keeps watching him, keeps moving. But he backs off every time Shazar swings, dodges, parries, backs away. Stop dancing around! Fight! The instructor barks. At that, Shazar rushes Wesley, and I cringe as he picks him up and practically body slams him on the mat. Oh! Wesley chokes out a groan. Point, Shazar! Rolling over, Wesley gets to his feet unsteadily. I fidget, trying to mentally or telepathically send strength his way, but I must get my signals crossed, because Shazar lands another blow. Another and another, until Wesley's down again. Point, Shazar! Everyone's whispering and chuckling among the group. Come on, Wes, I say. Rising, Wesley blinks away the pain, shakes his head, watches, bounces, then counterattacks and makes contact with Shazar's face. Shazar goes down. Point, Wesley. Yes! I ignore the others glancing at me. That's how you do it, Wes. Shazar gets to his feet. Furiously, he attacks, gets my brother in a headlock, and punches him in the gut. Again and again. He's holding him up, keeping him from going down. Stop! Hey, Coach! I shout, gesturing to the display of foul after foul. Point, Shazar. With a flourish and arrogance, he push-kicks my brother to the mat. Grasping for breath, Wesley puts up a hand. Stop! Stop! Is that what you're going to say to me in the arena? Shazar bellows. Everyone laughs. My stomach twists. I'm going to kill this guy. The coach announces, Winner, Shazar, 3-1. Wesley hobbles away, holding his stomach and catching the blood dripping from his nose. Making my way through the crowd, brushing past some and pushing others, I march over to the pink wad of phlegm. Suddenly, Merc is in my way, firm hand planted on my chest. Don't. You can have your revenge in the ring, but not here. That'll be too late. I resume my march. Shazar's back is to me. Good. Hey. He turns. Boom! I punch him as hard as I can. Spit flies. His jaw goes sideways. He collapses on the ground, groaning. Hey! The instructor grasps my shoulder. What do you think you're doing? I glare. Oh, so me the newbie is in trouble, but he's not. He glares right back. Go. Breathing hard, I turn and head for the exit. Everyone's watching, but no one says anything. No one tries to stop me. Merc is also watching. He shakes his head. I don't care. After getting something that reminds me of an ordinary ice pack from the medical center, I make my way back to my room, searching for Wesley. I know they have more advanced medical care than this. Ice is extremely common, the most basic form of healing a wound, but I seriously think they want us to feel the pain. I guess in the beginning, anyway. step inside and immediately see him. Wesley's sitting on the floor, holding a bloody towel to his face. Neon is snuggled by his side. "You okay?" I ask. He pinches his nose, too emotional to say anything. I think he's been crying, which I probably would be too. Maybe I should have waited a little longer. I go to the wash basin and soak a towel. My knuckles are already starting to hurt from having punched that guy's lights out. But man, did it feel good. Wesley throws down the bloody rag. If I can't handle the pressure during practice, how am I going to last 2 seconds in the ring? It'll get better. Helping him up, I lead him to his cot. You've gotten better. Ugh, he groans, lying on his back. I still feel like I'm trying to master the same simple moves. I kneel beside him and press the ice pack to his bruised stomach. He tenses. Like Merck said, a lot of this fighting stuff is mental. I press the cool rag to his temple, where another bruise is taking shape. Yeah, that's just it. I don't have your confidence. I never have. Wes. I'm scared too. And I'm sure every single person was scared when I first got here. He seems to be digesting that comment. I go back to tending to one of his many surface wounds. I feel like I'm looking at him for the first time. In some ways, he's so young and innocent, that little brother that I will always take care of. But in other ways, he is strong and capable. He has an innocence and a quiet strength that I've never had. He has no shield of sarcasm. He's just Wesley. He's just pure. When are you going to see yourself the way I see you? He scoffs lightly. How's that, an annoying little brother? Well, some days, I tease. No, I'm serious. You don't fake it till you make it. You're just you. And when you really put your mind to something, you succeed. It may take a while for both of us. This is not only new, it's freaky. He chuckles and then winces as it probably hurts his stomach. But we're going to be fine. We'll get through this together. He stares at the ceiling. Do you remember what Dad used to tell us about fear? I ask. He pauses for a moment, and then we both say it in unison. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It just means you've learned to overcome it. It's okay to feel afraid. You just can't let it control you. We both smile at the bittersweet memory. I know you can find the courage to hold on until we can get out of here, Wes. I know it. Little does he know, I'm saying this for myself, too. He looks at me gratefully. Thanks, Ryan.